I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Caitlin Clark is a menace, man. She literally kicked Cheryl Reeves off the team. This is my team. I don't fuck with you. Get out of here. Yo, son. Cheryl Reeves, you asked for it.
The WNBA is in total upheaval after Caitlin Clark executed one of the boldest moves in league history, trading away her assigned All-Star coach Cheryl Reeves during the draft. The league is now scrambling to contain the fallout. Clark's move underscores not only her skyrocketing influence but also her refusal to tolerate months of subtle disrespect from coaches who've tried to undermine her accomplishments.
They swapped coaches. Cheryl Reeves, dodged the bullet. Thank God I don't need to coach Caitlin Clark, man. Man, I can't deal with that. I would have had to swallow so much pride, I can't do that. Fee, she probably called in the Fee, talk to Caitlin, please. I can't coach her, I can't do it. This book's about to come out. You know what they're gonna be saying if I'm coaching Caitlin Clark and the book's out? Oh, God. Fee, please. And then Sandy Brondello's like, oh yeah, this is good.
In an era of manufactured drama and endless social media hot takes, moments of pure, unfiltered truth are rare. On July 8, 2025, during the WNBA All-Star Draft, Caitlin Clark gave the world exactly that. What was meant to be a routine draft turned into a historic spectacle. The day Clark finally drew a line against the league's toxic treatment of its brightest star.
Biggest star.
Yo, this is the first time I've ever seen this, man. The first time out of all the times I've seen where two star players are picking up players. They ask for a trade, or the median person asks for a trade, and they're talking about trading the coach.
The stage was set in classic WNBA fashion. The Minnesota Lynx, boasting the league's best record at 17-2, automatically had their coach, Cheryl Reeves, assigned to lead Team Clark in the All-Star game. Sandy Brondello of the New York Liberty was tapped to coach Team Collier. Everything was neatly sorted according to the league's traditional formula, except they overlooked one critical detail. Caitlin Clark doesn't play by outdated rules or respect antiquated power structures.
Is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense, but the drama is going to come from Reeves having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest of the league, not to mention being the coach of Team USA that Caitlin Clark was so famously snubbed from.
Clark, showcasing the razor-sharp strategic thinking that has defined her career, told ESPN host Malika Andrews exactly how she felt about the setup. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But we've already discussed, we're trading coaches, Clark announced with the calm confidence of someone fully in control. Fee is going to take her coach. Sandy Brondello, let's get it. Sorry WNBA if that's not in the rules. Sorry ESPN if that's not in the rules. But we just made it a rule here. Her words weren't just a statement, they were a declaration. The league's old playbook no longer applied when Clark was on the court.
To be completely honest, I love my team. I think they're great. I don't have any intentions of really trading any of them. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Fee's going to take her coach. Sandy Brondello, let's get it. It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules, but we just made it a rule. So, Sandy Brondello, come on over. Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina.
The silence that followed was deafening. You could practically hear the collective gasp of WNBA executives as it hit them. Their golden goose wasn't going to quietly accept the scraps they tossed her way. For the first time in league history, a player had just traded a coach during an all-star draft, and there was absolutely nothing they could do about it.
News here. I don't know that I've heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star game.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe, because here's where things get truly explosive. And by explosive, we mean a full-on reckoning of WNBA power dynamics. This wasn't just about a coaching preference. This was Caitlin Clark finally standing up to Cheryl Reeves, the same coach who spent months throwing shade at her achievements, questioning her impact on the league, and yes, the same coach who played a key role in keeping her off the Olympic team. The history between Clark and Reeves reads like a masterclass in passive-aggressive pettiness. While Clark was lighting up arenas and breaking attendance records during her rookie season, Reeves was busy tweeting cryptic complaints about the attention lavished on a single player.
Been announced that Cheryl Reeves will be the coach for Caitlin Clark's All-Star team. Not feeling this at all.
This is the same woman who despised her last year, saying, I don't give two shits about Caitlin Clark. The same woman who really didn't want her on the Olympic team. She was hell-bent about it, very open about it. Same woman who wore Black Girls Rock while playing Caitlin Clark, insinuating that Caitlin Clark is a racist, so she's gonna be, pandering to the audience. Like, I hate that shit, man. I hate people who pander.
But the Olympic snub was where Reeves' animosity toward Clark became undeniable. As head coach of Team USA, Reeves had the power to advocate for Clark's inclusion, but instead, Clark was left off the roster entirely. When pressed about the decision, Reeves' response was as cold as it was dismissive. No, that was it. No explanation, no remorse. What makes it even more infuriating? Clark's exclusion had nothing to do with basketball. It was pure politics, plain and simple.
Reeve wasn't a part of the official committee, but, some may believe she had some say in how all that went down. Regardless, the picking between the players was a lot of fun, and Caitlin Clark also wound up with all of the Fever members on her squad as well, meaning Aaliyah Boston, Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell will be a trio in Indianapolis for All-Star.
Here was a player who had single-handedly elevated women's basketball to unprecedented heights, filling arenas wherever she played. And yet, the national team coach treated her like an inconvenience rather than the generational talent she undeniably was. So when Clark finally had the chance to flip the script and send Reeve packing, she didn't hesitate. This wasn't about coaching preferences, it was about respect. Clark had reached her limit with being disrespected by someone who should have been celebrating her impact on the sport. The WNBA's reaction? Predictable chaos. Instead of recognizing Clark's move as a testament to her influence and marketability, the league was caught completely off guard. They scrambled to officially approve the trade, with ESPN's Malika Andrews confirming that yes, a trade of coaches is permitted, and it was granted.
Okay, by the way, I just got official word from the WNBA, from the league. I am hearing that a trade of coaches is permitted and it is granted. I wish I had a gavel here. So the coach trade has gone through. As the steward of this draft, it has been approved. And these are your teams. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. Ladies, thank you so much for your time.
Think about that for a moment. The WNBA had to create a rule on the spot to accommodate their biggest star refusing a coach she didn't want to work with. This is the same league that reaps enormous benefits from everything Clark brings to the table. Sold-out arenas, record television ratings, and mainstream media attention that has taken women's basketball to heights it's never seen before. And yet, instead of protecting their golden goose, the WNBA has repeatedly allowed players and coaches to undermine Clark's achievements. They've stood by silently while she's been subjected to flagrantly unfair treatment that would have drawn suspensions in any other context. They've let the narrative that she's somehow bad for the game fester, even as she literally fills their bank accounts and elevates their sport. The trade itself? Pure surgical precision, the kind of calculated decisiveness that has made Clark one of basketball's most feared competitors. No unnecessary drama, no public shaming. She simply stated her preference, made it clear she wasn't asking for permission, and moved on. Sandy Brondello, come on over. Let's get to it, she said as casually as if trading coaches were her Tuesday routine.